Hi, I am Vasudev Sharma and welcome to the Vasudev Sharma podcast. Most people talk about the future, but our guest today is actually coding it. He is an AI automation expert, a Stanford program selectee, and natural leader on campus. He is here to break down how technology and businesses are colliding. So guys, Andrew will give you the step-by process because AI also booming to right now and how you will impact in your life. I will tell you the whole of the thing if you want to start like step by step. So what would be the roadmap? So Andrew would be like tell you the whole of the roadmap, like how you can start your journey. So let's start our podcast. So Andrew, thanks for joining with us and a warm welcome on my show.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me.
So yeah, thank you, Andrew. You are looking so great to right now today's podcast. And my first question would be like, can you just introduce yourself in a simple way for our audience?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Andrew. I come from Indiana University, South of Bend, from the South Bend region. My major is currently informatics. Um, and I'll be graduating this semester. And my career goal has always been in software engineering. I like competing, and I love learning. That's about me.
Oh my God, wow, it's really cool. So Andrew, we would like to know like how did you start your like tech journey, like tech and AI?
Yeah, so in technology and AI, it began, I would say, somewhere when I was a kid. I remember my dad showing me I think his old Windows 98 computer, and from there I just kind of got obsessed. I liked building Legos, like building stuff. I guess you could say that's kind of the engineering spirit there. Um, and from there, I just kind of really got into technology. I like building stuff. My brother, um, and with the recent AI boom and everything from GPT and Olama and everything coming out, it's definitely been a new spirit. Definitely a new spirit in town.
How did you choose your career as a software engineer? What would be your turning point?
So I would say the turning point for me was I remember I was in my first year of college, or going into my first year of college, and also second. Um, my brother was doing computer science, and I remember I wanted to do computer science too, but it sounded really difficult, hence why I'm doing informatics now, and have been doing it since.
Uh,
But what really got me into software engineering, I was really fortunate. I randomly came across a guy who was a senior engineer at Meta, and he really gave me foundations that from there, just kind of took along with me. Um, and so I think from there, really inspired the way and my path of really wanting to become an engineer. And from there, and here I am now. More still continuing learning more not just from engineering, but data science. The analytics field is really interesting. And so, but yeah, that's where I got my start.
okay, wow, it's really great, man. Really great, Andrew. I just wanted to know about your field. Like, describe your field to right now, what you are doing to right now, about your work related, and yeah, I just wanted to know.
Okay. Uh, well, I do work related right now, so I have a couple of different jobs. Right now, my main job right now is at Indiana University South Bend. There is a new center. It's called the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. Very different from engineering, but we get to collaborate with people from founders and business people all around, and engineers too. Um, and so I did get to actually network with some senior engineers, people from Google, all that sort of stuff. It's been really cool. Um, my other job as well, I serve as an ambassador for as well. So I just spread the wealth and knowledge of everything about business and founders and all things alike. And other than those two main jobs, I tutor. I'm currently a tutor for computer science informatics. Um,
Wow.
and I recently became a Lovable. I think was this
Mm-hmm.
Lovable had their applications for campus leadership, and so I recently
Mm.
got into that.
Hmm. Okay, wow.
Um,
And
yeah, I think those are the main three.
what about your like Cambridge or there would be some of the university I would like to know you because you also mentioned on your LinkedIn, so we just wanted to know, like,
What was it?
is there a Cambridge University or what is the university right now you are studying to right now? Although,
Oh, for Stanford.
yeah, Stanford. Sorry about that. Yeah, Stanford
Oh,
University. Yeah.
so I would say for me it was. I really want to say I think it was really just a lot of luck. It was so on LinkedIn there was this post about there was this cohort that a research cohort that you can go into for Stanford, and the purpose of it is you it's basically like a networking ship you can call it, where you have if you're selected to go into this cohort by this person, you're
Okay.
able to go into networking some people with professors from Harvard, Yale, MIT, and all these sort of things. And I was really lucky and really able to go into it. And so it's definitely a interesting time. Um, and the cohort is still running. Um, the biggest thing, though, that the whole purpose of it, though, is to get students to have a research voice. And I think for me, I definitely learned a lot.
Okay, wow, wow, man. It's really like awesome although. As a software engineer, I think you also feel the same thing also. Like every student in their life, they also like feel some of the distraction in their life. So, have you been did you ever feel confused or lost in the beginning?
Oh, for sure. I definitely felt very lost a lot. I
Okay.
think that I think down the road of I guess like in specific to software engineering, I remember I didn't really know what the heck I wanted to do for a long time. I
Share your
think
story.
that
Share
the
your story. Is it your first year or second year or during your school, high school time? Yeah, just share your story.
I think that it came from when I don't know. I really feel like it was probably just like somewhere when I began college, where like college for me was kind of like the day where it's just like life really starts and here everything it really begins and everything like
Yeah.
that. The college life, and so for me, I was kind of thinking like, well, all right, well, I'm here in college. What will I get after I graduate? And so from then, I really remember just taking the first 2 years just kind of exploring a lot. I explored a ton and just mainly just did a bunch of homework and a lot of just really making sure to focus up on my classes and everything like that. But also, I think, and I felt not just exploring. I think for me, I think what really helped me a lot when it came down to really just getting through feeling lost, I feel like for me as a student was very just I would say more exploring where
Ah,
you think you really where you really want to go into. I don't know if you ever heard of Shark Tank. I
yeah.
think what is her name? Barbara Conqueron. She talks about her advice that she would give to people or young guys and girls, and she mentioned about how you what you can do while you're young is you can wear multiple hats and multiple hats could be in really anything. And so I really wore kind of that in a sense of multiple hats where I began actually exploring in data science, and uh, and then I started reading a bunch of books. I didn't even if I thought that I didn't know what the books would lead me to, you know. Uh,
Okay.
but if anything, analytics and all that sort of stuff. So I really explored all sorts of things in technology, and from there, really indulged in my learning experience.
Yeah, totally got it. Totally got it, Andrew. Thank you so much for the clarity, although. Like, I just want to ask you some of the question behalf of our audience. Also, like there would be some of the college student and there would be some of the graduated student also right now. So they will ask you a one question that it would be uh, like what skills should beginner focus on first, like because they will get lots of confusion on YouTube or on college. They also giving, okay, you should be know this language or you should be focused first this type of thing, so they're just getting bit of confusion. So for a clarity, can you give me some of the way of roadmap? As a fresher, I think you should, if you want to doing any kind of web development, for example, then you should be do HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then front end, back end, then you can become a full stack. So I just wanted to know what would be the roadmap as a good software engineer, and AI won't be giving the impact on themselves, although.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is definitely a loaded question. I think that to answer, I think I'll use the software engineering side of chart. So, um, I guess to begin, so to me, so that's something actually I've always searched, and to me, the biggest thing is it's kind of like, do you want to be kind of the jack of all trades or a master of one? You know, and I think to me, being master of one, then having not too much familiarity in a lot of other languages kind of throws you off. I mean, it's good to know, but it's also like, for example, if I think for me, like my biggest thing is Python. And for me, I think I can translate over that to other languages too, while also learning their syntaxes. And to me, I think that if I had to go through like a little chart roadmap, it would be if you're beginning, I would say Scratch if you have no experience. Scratch is really simple. There's a lot of videos and YouTube videos too on it, and it really helps just kind of get building that foundation. Then Python can be good, and Python can lead to a whole different types of fields. It's one of the most popular languages still, I believe, with Java. But Python is a big one, and from there, I would say build that skill and just really build into Python and also build your pseudocode.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that one thing I'll say, I had a interview with Google, and one of the biggest things I would say I'd recommend is if someone is preparing to interview someone, you should definitely be okay with using pseudocode because pseudocode really helps you explain your code. And I think really practicing on pseudocode and Python can really bump you up in levels, not just interviewing wise, but also who you are as an engineer, your foundations, your systems thoughts, architecture thinking, and all that sort of things. And so from there, you can really build into any career. Uh, Python leads into data science, analytics, maybe automation, but definitely goes into engineering for sure.
Okay, wow. It's really cool answer, although. Is coding still important in the age of AI? Because we also see these lots of things are rapidly changing. So, what would be your opinion? Is coding still important in the age of AI?
I think so, yes. If taking it like this, a interesting lecture I went to kind of talked about this. The biggest thing, in my own opinion, is that coding is still going to always be there. I think it'll always be foundational. It's kind of like if you have your foundations and you have everything, maybe in the past, for example, um, I talked to different sort of engineers who would talk about things being deployed within maybe like 3 months, and now people are deploying things in like 8 hours,
Okay.
and so it's really insane. And the biggest thing though is that coding will always be a foundational skill, just like thinking of systems and problematic solving. Your problem solving approach is extremely important. But coding is definitely going to be as important as it is in 2026.
Oh my God! Wow, 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 wow! It's really cool, man. Like, what are the some simple AI tools people can start using today? Uh, I would be asking you this question because we are watching some of the easiest tool is ChatGPT or Gemini AI and Perplexity, although they have although. So belong this side, is there have some of the although some of the AI tools then they can use because you are in tech field right now, then you can give me better answer for to our audience.
Well, I'd say definitely. I would say one of the biggest things you could use is is using Claude. Um,
Okay.
Claude
Why?
is really good for coding. Um, you can also use ChatGPT or Gemini, of course. My preferences, I would say, is Claude. I think the main thing is that each of these AI have their own sort of a specialization. Google Gemini has images. Claude has coding. ChatGPT has coding too. But I think where we're going into, uh, people seem to be more kind of going turn around into Claude. And so I definitely would recommend Claude. And something that really helps me, I really like to do, is actually, I would say, for example, I like to use ChatGPT sometimes where I can ask it to get me a prompt for Claude. And so I have it actually say like act as if you're like a tutor or like something I don't for example, if there's something I don't know, then I get prompted to have to do Claude and then it'll kind of from
Ah.
there really do its own thing.
So I think we also dependence on like ChatGPT or Gemini although for that, and
Mm.
that's why we couldn't be rethinking any type of topic, and our memory capacity also getting day by day low although. So our creativity also kills for
Yeah.
the reason. So what do you think about it? Is it really good impact for us, or it's also a like going negative way for us?
The biggest thing I think is probably decision making and decision making skills. Um, I think that part of AI is kind of, I guess you could say, is kind of depleting in a way of how we're using these sort of tools and it's kind of making it think for us.
Yeah.
Um, and to me, I think that if you use AI appropriately, and not just appropriately, but also use it to actually think and problem solve, that I think that will really help supplement you rather than kind of deplete you. And
Hmm.
instead of kind of just the biggest thing is just mainly that problem of critically thinking. If you can't critically think, like in engineering, if you can't critically think through, for example, like what is a for loop and everything, like these sort of simple syntaxes, um, I think that will kind of harsh down on how you may use AI. Um, and so to me, I think this mainly critical thinking is the biggest thing. Making sure just to not over rely on AI and not having it do everything for you.
Ah, oh my God.
That's what I
Yeah,
would say.
it's yeah. It's also a good thing way. But for our audience, they will feel right now feeling good because now we are talking about the money because money also give us motivation. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I just wanted to know like how to make money using AI. Uh, is there have any kind of way? Yeah, just using those AI and you can also make
Oh
money.
yeah.
Yeah, so tell me some of the about this. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'd say, speaking as a businessman,
Hmm.
uh, To me, I think the biggest way you can make money is there's a a lot of different ways you can use it. Recently we used Lovable, and with Lovable we it's basically a way you can just kind of create a full stack website. And so the website is basically you type in like create me a business website that is about, I don't know, trampolines, for example. And it'll make you a website that's basically based on selling trampolines. And
Mm.
so it's really amazing. I think it's really interesting. But I think that's one of the way you can easily create a website through using Lovable. Um, I think with ChatGPT as well and Claude and all these other sources, there's a lot of all the information that we can find. We can they're all in these AI tools as well. If you want digital branding or marketing, you can ask it to whip you up a minimalist prompt or approach to how to maybe like cold approach someone or a cold call or email. There's whole different ways. Biggest thing I think I've seen recently is digital marketing becoming a huge thing.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's what I would say. Definitely consider that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So after watching our podcast, like lots of person also think like, okay, let's start. But during that, they are excited and getting started, they will doing some of the mistakes. So what type of mistake you also aware for that, like? Because in the online there are more scammers there also are going. So would you want to say something about this?
The advice I would give, um, so about when learning tech,
Yeah.
I do not recommend boot camps. I think depending on the boot camp, but I think it's really dependent on thinking, is it really worth my money compared to maybe, for example, college, and different sort of sources. There's also different sort of things as well. I think to me, for example, a interesting thing would be, for example, if you want to learn technology, I think it's also based on yourself. It's a lot. I think college gives you all the things hands on. It gives you all the tools and everything that you need for yourself and to succeed in whatever field that you want to go into. I think to me one of the biggest things I definitely wish I did years back, I think, is definitely getting a mentor. Then I wouldn't have been as lost. But I would say definitely a mentor though. Definitely mentors are really good. And if you want to get on track for learning technology and so that's what I would say.
Ah, wow. Absolutely. It sounds good, although I just going to the step back and during your college time, I just wanted to know how did you get internship about that? Like, and the internship would be paid internship because during my college, I couldn't find a good internship, and it's also paid me. So it it's also takes some of the time for me. But yeah, finally I just get a internship like and college also provide, but like lots of students they also get internship during their college. So how did you get their first internship as opportunities?
Yeah. So I think that I would say for me, I was really lucky. I would say I began working on my campus. From there, working at a bank. I worked as a IT service desk intern, and then from there, I started to use I was kind of, I guess you could say, kind of, I guess, doom scrolling on the internet for a moment. But I was
Yeah.
looking at the internet and saw there's this website called Extern, and I wish they were sponsoring, but they were mentioning about these externships, and I didn't know what they were. Um, but soon to find out, they're kind of like internships, but you're shadowing. And from there, I got to connect with different sorts of people. I managed to go into externships for Snapchat. They also host things for I think AT&T. There's this automation. They have a whole different category of stuff, and it's really intriguing. It's definitely been a really interesting time. I've been able to learn a lot using from Snapchat's studios and everything like that, but definitely from extern. And from there, I would say applying. Um, I think the hard line is always applying for your job and then you get the email.
Hmm.
But definitely applying. Um, I apply through. For me, I like to apply through LinkedIn or what is it? ZipRecruiter is also a good source, or Glass. I think it's Glassdoor. Yeah, I think
Ah.
Glassdoor is also a good one.
Okay, totally got it. I just hold this like moment for this we are discussing to right now, and just discussing about your college area, the college time of your like how are you as a student at your college time, and yeah, what about your friend circle, your college time and what they are doing to right now. So we would like to know about your college time and what's the vision, Andrew, that time in their like college, first semester or first
Ooh,
year? Yeah, I just wanted to
ooh,
know.
the ooh. So my worst year and my best year, the begin like kind of like the beginning of my college year,
Yeah,
or
yeah, 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 yeah. Beginning of your college, you were like thinking the way you were thinking, and your friend circle. We just wanted to know the person you were that time.
hmm, it's definitely a thinker. Well, I would say I
Like, are
think
you a introvert that time or extrovert? Like the way.
ooh, well, definitely an introvert.
Okay.
I would say though, for me, I think the biggest thing, I guess, when I started beginning to explore, I didn't really know how to really explore. Um, I think that if I think I was really not just open to just everything possible, and I just kind of throw myself back in the waters if I had to. Um, to me, I think that's the biggest way of how I learn things and how my curiosity kind of just continued. Um, and so to me, I'd say that is one of the probably the worst decision of just not really taking opportunities that were presented to me at the time. Um, I would say the best year, I guess you could say probably this year since I'm graduating, but I would say definitely being able to find ways to get not just internships, but also for me, for example, mentioning mentors. I think I guess another thing is probably getting a mentor, but I think getting a mentor this year has been one of the best things. And having her help me with figuring out things with business and things tech and all these sort of things, and really just managing life, all this sort of stuff. So I say that, and probably just continuing more exploring, more learning. Um, I think the best thing I made is just making learning my habit, making it not just part of it's not just part of who I am and what personality and everything like that, but also what really continues to really continue
Oh my God! Wow.
to go through your life.
Wow, that
Yeah.
sounds good. I just wanted to know about your thing like what did you learn from your college?
What I learned from my
Yeah,
college. Well, let's see. There's a lot of different things. I guess what I'm asking, do you want is it more tech related or do you want more like
life
kind of the broad?
like abroad like about your life. What did you learn from your college that also impact in your daily life although, and it's also big impact. Like if I'm saying my example, because I already told you when I was at my college and I just discussed with my HOD that I'm also doing podcasts, and HOD also invited me, and it's also pushed me although. And I can say this, yeah, college also taught me if somebody doing any type of good thing, you should be push them if you had the ability. So like, what did you learn?
Oh
Yeah, what
yeah.
did you learn from your college? Like that.
Well, I would say one thing I'll say for me is actually kind of funny. Last year I competed. There's this Notre Dame event competition, and we're to pitch a project. And for me, I would say one of the biggest things for a competition is, I mean, for me, I really like to try to win, but I would say the biggest thing is probably being, you know, I remember I was really being hard on myself, and one of my teammates was telling me, you don't need to be hard on yourself. You do the best as you can.
Okay.
And to me, I think that's one thing I'll say is what helped me learn that you can't really down yourself over something. Even if it's a competition, I think that make sure to always keep yourself stable and keep yourself on the good line. Um, and so I think I would say that, and to me, is keep going. No, I think I remember when being lost in a period of time. I remember I just didn't really know what I really wanted to do, and never didn't really think about. I was trying to think. I remember trying to think, and what I try to do is just sit in a room and try to meditate and think. Like what do I want to do? What is something that's like a passion for me in life? And to me, I think that not just having a spark, but I would say just keep going,
Okay.
just keep going, continuing. You know, I think it kind of goes back to what I was saying about exploring. Just keep going.
Wow.
No,
Wow. Yeah, it sounds really good. I think you also live your college life and you are totally enjoy your college time although. And yeah, when you are enjoyed that time, you also feeling like when you were thinking about your college life, then good memories also flashing out. So during that, uh, I just wanted to know uh, from you, you also doing degree also like college, and I'm also doing some of the college also. But lots of like today's generation, like Gen Z, they also avoid the college and doing some of the online degrees. So what do you think? Is it a value for like a college degree or skill? Like, what would be your preference? Like, I had just degree, but I don't have the skill. But I had the skill, but I don't have college
mm-hmm.
degree. So, what would be your preference?
So I'll say it really depends. I think that so for example, if you're wanting to go into cybersecurity,
Hmm.
let's say, and you want to become uh, I'm not too fluent with cybersecurity, but I know there's different sort of roles. But if you were able to go into cybersecurity and really had the drive, you can easily probably go into it with certifications, and you don't need college. Some jobs also just don't require college. Um, but I think too, there's also that sort of job bias where, for example, if one guy, for example, got into a company with no college degree and
Hmm.
everything, and he's got a good job, but also if we had to compare it to maybe a different guy who has a college degree, I think it's a really depending field. To me, in my own opinion, I think that college is going to be worth it still. I think that if, at the end of the day, I think, for example, if you had to compare a person who has a high school diploma versus like a bachelor's degree, there's no doubt that I think the hiring manager would probably go for the bachelor's degree. Um, and I think, like, for example, if you're I think one of the biggest things I think is like vibe coding, for example. I don't think vibe coding can probably do every job, probably. The But the biggest thing though is I think this education is probably the biggest factor. Skills matter, but I think education definitely comes first. Your skills come first too. I wouldn't say one goes above or below the other. I think they're both kind of in the same category of alignment. I think they're both equally important.
Mm.
As long as you're going to college and as long as you're improving your skills, communication your emotional intelligence, the basic strong skills, the basic verbal skills. As long as you do those, and also implement skills like in software engineering, your Python skills and interviewing and all that sort of stuff, then you're definitely on a good road.
Wow. Like if I give you my example, I really love web development. So I think the first would be you explore, and second thing would be if you have any kind of friend or your teacher or your HOD, you can connect with them or LinkedIn, although the way you are saying. So if you're
Hmm.
doing some of the thing this, so I think the profile also get it upgraded, and you can find better opportunities. I think that. What do you think? Right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
agree.
We are right now like ending part of our podcast. So there are some of the few questions. So I just wanted to know, like, where do you see the future of AI going?
AI is definitely a interesting discussion as it's being discussed almost everywhere
Yeah.
now. But if I had to really summarize it, I think there's a whole lot of different predictions. There's a AI expert I remember seeing who talked about it, and the simple idea is maybe everyone might become plumbers. But
Yeah.
I think that right now in software engineering, though, I don't think it's going to be going away. That's one thing. But I think it will change the way that we deploy and also work through things.
Mhm.
So, for example, there's autonomous AI agents,
Hmm.
OpenClaw. Um, I think Lindy's another one. Um, there's a whole different sort of subsets of different tools that's being kind of flushed out.
Hmm.
And the goal, I think, right now is really that fast deployment. Um, and to me, I think it's in the world of engineering. I think that it, my idea
Hmm.
is that it could become maybe like a engineer's day in the life could become like if you could run maybe like 20 tabs of agents on the side of a computer, and everything is kind of automates from there to deployment, which would be interesting. But I think where the future holds itself, though, I um, I think that in terms of it all, AI is just an unpredictable future. And I think that if anything would happen, I think a lot of things are just really right now we're in the agent period,
Hmm.
you can call it. Um, and so working and learning agents is, I think, one of the biggest things that a lot of definitely businessmen are looking into.
Yeah.
But I definitely say that just mainly agents, and I think that tech will. I don't think tech will hopefully take our jobs yet.
Okay, so it will take some time, although I think so. Yeah. So,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
So, Andrew, we can say that we are in last part of our podcast. So, before I end this podcast, I just wanted to say like thank you so much for coming to our show, and one advice for someone who want to start today.
of course. Well, I would say, I mean, a very easy advice. I would say my mentor. I remember trying to look into business, and I remember talking to her about it. And the simplest advice I can give to someone is just start. Just do it. Nothing is stopping you. I would say just start. See where it leads up to. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. Um, but I think the only thing is stopping you is just you just gotta start. That's how you do it.
Wow, it's really deep. It's really deep. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, so
Yeah.
thank you so much. So yeah, that's all about us. Before I ending, I just wanted to know, yeah, please tell me something about me, like how I can improve my podcast. Although, so yeah, that's all about podcast today, and this is only would be only probably my own question. This is only for myself. So that's why I just asking you. So every guest, I also ask them like, tell me about thing that I can also improve in my podcast, and I can should be do in my podcast. So I just wanted to need your opinion. Or that be that for me.
Oh, I think this was great. For me, I really loved it. I definitely enjoy it. I think the only thing I can think of, yeah, I don't think I can really think of anything. I think the only thing was just mainly the little glitches here and there. That's about it.
Okay.
Uh, um, Other than that, I think really nothing too much else. Loved it.
Yeah, so thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much for being part of our show, and thank you so much like coming to our show. And yeah, it's a really great podcast for me, and it's a really great time I also spend with you, and it's a I think amazing podcast for our audience. So thank you so much, guys, for watch till the end. And yeah, before I ending, Andrew, I just wanted to know what would be your opinion? Why people should be watch this podcast? What do you think? Why they will watch the podcast? Yeah.
Why? Why not?
Yeah, because we are also discussing about AI technology and like full scratch to the roadmap also how to start your journey as a yeah software
Ah,
engineer and if you want to get into this path. So
yeah.
yeah, lots of things we also discussing. So thank you so much, Andrew, like joining with us, and thank you so much, guys. Watch till the end, and if you're watch till the end, just hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and in the description, I also mentioned Andrew the like links although then you can connect to the Andrew although. So yeah, that's all for site today. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining with us. So let me know in comment below what would be the best part you like about our podcast, and just give me a feedback. Like then I will improve my podcast one step better, and I will give you the high quality podcast. So yeah, thank you so much for watching till the end. See you another podcast.